How are we doing, guys? Welcome back to Worldwide Sport number 1 on this late Thursday. How are we all doing, guys? Hope you're all okay. Good stuff. This video, wrestling news. We've got loads of news, wrestling chat. Also, AEW Dynamite recap from last night. Okay show. Some good things. Some things were crap. We'll have a bit of a rant about that as well. Okay. In this video, news, we're going to talk about some matches set up for next week's Dynamite. We've got some good ones. Okada versus Kota Ibushi. And then we've got Mercedes Moné, Mina Shirakawa for the TBS title. Cool. Okay, we'll have a bit of a rant about that later on. Aleister Black news story. Yes, he's going to get elevated a bit more. Okay, good. Roman Reigns, he's returning soon before SummerSlam. Right, good stuff. Keith Lee on X says he's absolutely... Get the words out. He's absolutely fine. He's cleared, just not being used. Waiting for a return and creative from Tony Khan. We'll read them tweets. Yeah, we will. See him on the thumbnail. What else we got here, guys? Trish Stratus. You see her on the thumbnail as well. She's returning soon for Evolution 2 PLE. We've got some great matches for TNA Slammiversary, July the 20th. Oh, yes. We'll talk about 2 big matches there. Always a good show. Slammiversary, you get surprises as well. WWE stars, they're in Saudi Arabia for Night of Champions. We'll talk about Scarlett and Karrion Kross. They're there. Rehad. Also, SmackDown and Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia sold out. Wow. Great. Of course, don't get much wrestling there, so that's really good stuff. And then we'll talk about all the goings-on and happenings in AEW Dynamite from last night. Loads of stuff to talk about there. Okay, show. Right, that's all. Next week then, AEW chat first, guys. Hope you're all okay. Sit back, enjoy. Let's go. We'll do a bit of news, and at the end we'll do AEW Dynamite, okay? Recap of the show there. Right, Okada, Kota Ibushi. Now, they've been... bit of a feud, haven't they, at the moment? Anyway, they're having a match announced next week. Dynamite, looks like 300, which is the 300th episode, I'm guessing. Cool, okay, good stuff. And also, Mercedes Moné versus Mina Shirakawa for the TBS title. Right, awesome, Mina's great, I love her music. Dancing going on, I love it. So, yeah, should be good, should be good. Should we do a rant now about that or later? We'll do a rant later about that. Right, next story. Peter Insider, here we go. It's about Aleister Black, WWE, SmackDown, of course. Here we go. Quote, there has been a lot of praise and discussion surrounding Aleister Black in WWE creative circles. There's growing interest within management to elevate his profile on SmackDown, as the company is happy with both his in-ring work and merchandise sales. End quote. Great. Aleister Black, he's come back, not really done much, so hopefully he gets more of a push and more good things happening for Aleister Black, Peter Insider, Mike Johnson over there. So good stuff, wait and see about that one. Let's talk about Roman Reigns. We've got some returns, guys. Trish Stratus, Roman Reigns. Wrestle votes, here we go. Elite Rockers on X, here we go. Quote, Wrestle votes, Roman Reigns is set to return to WWE before SummerSlam. Okay. Preparations for his comeback have already begun, including merch and marketing efforts. End quote. Yes, missed him. OTC. Not been on TV for a while, has he? So that'll be awesome. Can't wait for the return of Roman Reigns. Another return. There we go. See you on the thumbnail. Evolution 2 coming up July the 13th. Wrestle votes again. Quote, Trish Stratus returned to WWE. Still in the plans, as she's expected to be part of the upcoming Evolution 2 PLE. End quote. Great. Who's she facing? Trish. You see her? Over there. Can you see her behind me? First ever figure I got. I'll get some more. I saw a cool Naomi one the other day. Yes, I'll have to get some more. So that'll be cool. Next door where I live, I've got a massive superstore. And they sell out quite quick though, the action figures. But I'll get some more. Anyway, back to the story about Trish. Me rabbling on about stuff. Oh my god. Right, yes, that's pretty cool. Trish Stratus. Awesome stuff. Who's she facing, I wonder? Right, that's about Keith Lee. See him on the thumbnail. Keith Lee. Right, now he's absolutely fine. Recovered. He's okay. because he's done some tweets about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk. We'll do 2 tweets today. 5 hours ago. Here we go. I'm reading it. Quote. Somebody said, you are missed on TV, but we know what you're doing. Taking care of yourself. There you go. And he put, quote, again, I'm quite fine. It is not up to me when it comes to a return, but blessings to you as well. End quote. Okay, right. No, it's not up to Keith Lee, it's up to Tony Khan, the main man. Quote, another one. Somebody put, wait, so you're good to go? So we need to start the campaign to get Athena all in. I'm ready to do yours. He replied, Keith Lee, quote, I've been good for quite some time, though I do appreciate the concern, but no campaign required. Things happen the way they are supposed to, and eventually the purpose will show itself. End quote. Great. That's good news, isn't it? Keith Lee's okay. I'm going to go Casino Gauntlet match. Yeah, he returns there. What a pop he's going to get. Is it about 2 years? Wow. So good. Keith Lee. See him on the thumbnail. Oh, look, Keith Lee, great, isn't he? Yeah, so hopefully he's okay. And hopefully he's back soon. Maybe all in. We'll wait and see, guys. You never know, do you? Up to Tony Khan, like he said. Nobody else. Right, we'll talk about Slammiversary. WWE. Okay, and we'll talk about that. Right. Right, the superstars, Seth Rollins, John Cena, they're all there. Everyone on SmackDown and Night of Champions are in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Scarlett, I've just seen this an hour ago. She got a phone and she's strolling through Riyadh, and wow, the fans are chasing them, wanting signatures and autographs and pictures. And she says, I love you, Saudi Arabia. It's pretty cool. So her and Karrion Kross. I also thought it was pretty cool because in real life, they're a team. They're actually married. How cool is that? You're like going away with your wife, spending time together. Yeah, isn't that nice? A lot of wrestlers don't do that, of course. Becky Lynch, Seth, sometimes. There's not many who can travel the world together as a job. So that's really nice. So I don't think he's going to win. Sami Zayn, of course, you're wondering who he's facing. Night of Champions. They'll have a bit of a feud back and forth backstage on Raw. So it's nice to see there. Let's talk about SmackDown and Night of Champions. Both in Saudi Arabia, Riyadh, of course. Come from Wrestle Court. WWE SmackDown and Night of Champions are both now sold out. Wow. 25,000 plus in attendance expected for each night. That's fucking hell. That is awesome. Sorry for swearing. 25,000 plus. Wow. Of course, you don't get much wrestling in Saudi Arabia. Just every time WWE goes. Big events. So that is great. SmackDown's there. Night of Champions. There we go. Tomorrow, of course. Thursday now. Friday, SmackDown. So, good stuff there. I'll just talk about the rating here. I wasn't going to actually. NXT rating's good this week, guys. If you're bothered. 729,000. That's good. That's up. It's usually 600, 700. That's pretty good stuff. Yeah. So, well done. NXT. There we go. Right. Let's talk about AEW Dynamite. Quite a long video, guys. So that's the news. Let's talk about Dynamite. The goods and the bads. The good, the okay, and the fucking awful. Right. Where the match then? 4-way. Whoever wins. Number 1 in a women's casino gauntlet match. That was announced the other day on Tuesday. Okay. Chris Statlander, Willow Nightingale, Athena, Ring of Honor champion, Thunder Rosa. They all look great. Cool gear going on. And I thought Chris Statlander or Willow might win. I couldn't quite decide. Of course, Willow and Chris, they were a bit of a feud. They were battling. Athena and Thunder Rosa, they've got a bit of a feud. Probably having a match at Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor, I'm guessing. Them two for the Ring of Honor Women's title. And in the end, Wheeler Yuta came out. And Marina Shafir. And I'm like, right, is Chris Statlander part... Oh, God, is she like... Yeah. Marina's kind of helping Chris. So she came out, stood there. And Willow got distracted. Wheeler Yuta, she did a running bars to him. He went flying. Marina stood there. Chris Statlander did the... a finisher. DD... Oh, God. Tombstone. I forgot what it's called. Jeez, I forgot to write it down, guys. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Chris Statlander gets the win. Number 1 in that match there. So, it looks like Chris Statlander might be with the Death Riders. Kind of. Okay, let us know what you think about that, guys, in the comments. Let's talk about MJF. He talks a lot, doesn't he? Oh, yes, he does on the microphone. They beat up Jet Speed. Right. In the ring with Hurt Syndicate. Mark Briscoe comes out. Oh, all right, cool. So these two have got a bit of a feud going on at the moment. I'll tell you in a second about it. And it's like, yeah, so MJF, he's going to be in a Casino Gauntlet match. Right. I mean, is he going to win? I mean, yeah, I think MJF's my new favourite, guys. He could win there. I mean, it's MJF or Darby Allin or Keith Lee. It's pretty interesting. Who's going to be in that match? Some returns are going to be in there. Always is every year. Ricochet last year, of course. So, yeah, MJF. Mark Briscoe comes out. They take shots back and forth for each other. And he said, yeah, you've been through a lot, bullied and stuff, and you've pent up aggression, you're taking out on people. It's funny. Oh, Mark Briscoe's great, isn't he? Isn't he great? So, there we go. Yeah, Mark Briscoe will be in the Casino Gauntlet match. We'll talk about that in a second. Bit of news added in here. Fightful WhatsApp. Quote, we're told that MJF has wanted a program with Mark Briscoe for quite some time. Fightful Select has learnt. End quote. Yeah, Mark Briscoe, babyface. Everyone loves him. Nobody doesn't like Mark Briscoe. He's great on the mic, good in the ring. He's brilliant. MJF, great on the mic, good in the ring. So this should be good. They'll Casino Gauntlet match. Let's look. So we had a match, guys. A 4-way. We had the women's. I just talked about it. The men's. Roderick Strong from Paragon. Ring of Honor champion Bandito. Takeshita. He's fucking great. And Mark Briscoe. I thought Takeshita would win this. No. Some cool moves. Roderick Strong with his backbreakers. Oh, lovely stuff. And then we had Takeshita there. Mark Briscoe got the wing. Foggy Bow. Elbow off the top. On to Roderick Strong. 1, 2, 3. Mark Briscoe on his way. Casino Gauntlet match. Number 1 when he comes out. Mark Briscoe. I don't think he's going to win it, but he's going to have a bit of feud in the match with MJF. So good stuff. Right, I've got to talk about this. I don't really agree with it. Beast Mortos is good. He's been a mid-carder, right, with different groups around different people, LFI, different. And then suddenly, 2 weeks in a row, he's on the main event with Hangman Adam Page. Is that because, sorry, conspiracy theory, he's with Mercedes Moné? I'm not sure what's going on here. I don't agree. I don't understand. He lost anyway. Of course he did. He's not going to be Hangman Adam Page. No. And anyway, the lights went out. Yeah, they did. Young Bucks. Oh, here they come. Oh, the most boring tag team in the world. I'm a bit sick of these two guys. Just like in a minute, we'll carry on. Swerve and Ospreay. They're sick of them as well. They did the V-trigger thingy, whatever it's called, when they hold their arms and kick them in the face. Okay. Yeah. Then Death Riders are there. Moxley, Rhea Shafir, Wheeler Yuta. I'm like, right. Get a chain, choking out Hangman. I'm like, oh my God. Right. Jesus. Okay. Okay, someone save him, please. Anyone. Ospreay came out. The Ops came out. They ran away. So, there we go. Who do you reckon's winning, guys? Hangman getting beaten the crap out of him. I'm not sure I'm going to see him again before All In. Choked out by a chain. Red in the face. Oh my God, brutal. John Moxley's going crazy with that briefcase. I don't like that. Briefcase with the title in. No. Is Hangman going to win? That's the big question, isn't it? Let us know in the comments, guys, if you want to. Or is John Moxley going to be totally boring and win again? So boring. Personal opinion. Right, let's talk about Swerve and Ospreay. They had a match. Lee Johnson and Blake Christian. They lost. Of course, Swerve won. And Will Ospreay. Young Bucks on the outside. And afterwards. Right, here we go. Security are there. They're going to have a match at All In. Cool. Tag team match. But not any old tag team match. If Young Bucks lose, the titles, they're called the EVPs, there won't be EVPs anymore if they lose, Will Ospreay said. Right. I mean, they are EVPs in real life, so I can't really see them losing. I mean, I reckon a lot of people are going to come out. I mean, Omega might come out, Kota Ibushi. Oh, I mean, it doesn't really make sense if they lost because they're actually EVPs in real life. You can't. Interesting stuff. Should be good. Should be a good match. Yeah, Will Ospreay and Swerve versus Young Bucks. Will Ospreay, by the way. The match versus Lee Johnson and Blake Christian. He wasn't ready. He didn't have his his fingers on here, your tape. He was taping it up, coming to the ring. His boots, his thing you put on it. What the hell's going on in there? I don't understand what happened there. Or did they do it on purpose? Did Young Bucks do the match early on purpose so he wasn't ready to fluster him? Maybe. I'm not sure if that was part of the storyline or he wasn't even ready. Running out, flat out, running to the ring. Bloody hell, not even ready. Got my stuff up. Jeez. Do you see that? Yeah. That's why I mentioned it there. Okay. Should we talk about next then as well? Okay. There we go. Last thing. Let's talk about Mercedes Moné. Toni Storm. Start the show. Backstage. Tony's there in a cool... She's got this new gimmick going on in red. Little Red Riding Hood, it reminds me of. With Luther. Mercedes Moné. She attacks her from behind. In the back. Backstage area. Comes through to the stage. Beats the crap out of her. Tony's down. She's out of it. Okay, for the save, Mina Shirakawa with a little dancing music. Cool. Glad you stick to the old music, not a new one. Right, so there we go. And then Mercedes, who looked great, by the way. She looked great. Always does look great. Cool gear. But does shit at promos. She said, let the games begin. Okay, Mercedes. Is she going to win? I don't think she is. I think Toni Storm's going to win. I don't think Mercedes needs it. Personal opinion, don't think she needs the title. I don't know. Anyway, so next week, I mentioned it earlier, Mina Shirakawa versus Mercedes Moné for a title, TBS title. But instead of doing it in this little segment here, they did it during a match later on. They're like, we've just been informed. Next week on Dynamite, it's one-on-one. Mercedes Moné goes one-on-one versus Mina Shirakawa for the TBS title. No, bit of a rant, guys. I fucking hate it when they do this. Why don't you do it in this segment? Mina comes out for the save. Why can't you get the microphone and go, you beat up my friends. I challenge you to a TBS title match next week. Miles better. Is it just me? I thought that would be miles better. And Mercedes like, what? Oh, no. Personal opinion. I thought it would be miles better than announcing it during a match. Was it Taz or Excalibur? Probably Excalibur because he talks 100 miles an hour. Yeah. Saying one-on-one next week. It's been informed by Tony Khan. Why don't you do it in the fucking segment? God, I hate it. Don't worry. WWE do it as well. Sometimes. It's really a pet peeve of mine in wrestling. So there we go, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Quite a long one. Sorry about that. Loads of news. AEW Dynamite recap. Let us know what you think of the show and any of the stories in this video. Put a comment down below. That'd be cool. I'll answer them all. Give us a thumbs up, guys, if you enjoyed the video. Helps the old algorithm. What a weird word. Puts me in this YouTube thing we call YouTube. People can see my videos. Press the subscribe button if you're new. Wondering who the hell am I? I'm here. Little Channel UK. World Wally Sport #1. That's me. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Loads of wrestling on. I didn't mention it, had I? Tonight. 3 shows, guys. I mean, woof. I'm a bit busy tonight. Ring of Honor. Okay. And then we've got TNA. Yeah. Wow. And then we've got TNA. And we've also got Ring of Honor TBA. AEW Collision, of course. Did I mention? I did not mention Slammiversary, did I? I did not mention Slammiversary, did I? I didn't. We're going to talk about it. End of the show, guys. Let's go. Trick Williams, Joe Hendry's been announced for Slammiversary, July 20th. So, TNA World Title. I think Joe Hendry's winning that. I think he's winning it back. Also, a couple of things I wanted to say, actually. Here we go. Ladder match for the TNA World Tag Team titles. 4-way. Okay. The Rascals. Yeah, they do that, don't they? The Nemeths, the Hardy Boys, and then First Class, Casey Navarro, and AJ Francis. That's the Rascals or the Hardys going to win that. Maybe. Yeah. Cool. Good stuff. There we go. Also, I just want to say well done to Busted Open. They've, on July the 1st, been announced today by Dave LaGreca, the owner and boss there. 24-hour wrestling. Is that right? Just like, I'm not sure it's on YouTube or what's it on. 24-hour Nation. That's pretty good stuff. I think that's the first ever. Just a running show. Is that right? It's the running wrestling radio show. Also, I was on a live stream, Wrestle Tatty. Somebody said, Thunder Rose has been replaced by Natalia on Busted Open. Not there anymore. No, she's there, because Dave LaGreca said today who's going to be on the show. Bully Ray, Mark Henry, Natalia, Thunder Rosa. And I was like, oh, she's still there. So that's cool. My favourite in AEW, Thunder Rosa. Of course, we talked about it earlier in a match. 4-way match there. So, yeah, good stuff and well done. Busted Open there. Not many 24-hour ones. I'm not sure if it's on the radio, if it's on YouTube. I don't quite know. July the 1st, David LaGreca said it starts 24/7 Nation. Well, that's going to be awesome. So good stuff. And glad Thunder Rosa's a part of that there. I'd like listening to Thunder Rosa and Natalia, who's done great, by the way, on Busted Open. Of course, she's so experienced. She knows loads of stuff talking about wrestling there. Thanks for watching, guys. Sorry, it's a bit of a long one. I did a bit at the end there. Do apologise. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.